Now, Rita, there is a bloke who has just been sworn in as the new local government minister in Victoria. In previous years, he's gone into the parliament talking about how we should be celebrating generals of the Red Army. Take it from there about how nuts this stuff is and about how pervasive the sort of USSR, how good was Lenin, how awesome's Mao, Che Guevara T-shirt rubbish has gone.
This is just utter fruitcake territory. This is far left fringe dwelling territory. And this guy is now a minister in the Victorian government. I really wish Nicholas Rees was here, because last night I heard him defending this as if this wasn't something that was hugely offensive to members of the Ukrainian community and, in fact, to members of the human community, all of us, because that was a despicable period where millions of innocent people were slaughtered. And to be talking about honouring members of the Red Army, I mean, where are we finding these Labor politicians? Mark, you know this patch better than any of us. How
I got
is
out,
that?
Rita, don't blame me.
No, but really, I know there's the socialist left faction and the mods and all the different factions, but is there an actual faction that has got sympathy for the Red Army? I mean, is that what we've been reduced to?
Well, this is the old Soviet army. Is that what he...
Yeah.
That's who he wants to... The old Soviet.
A bloke who got one of the Lenin medal or something like that. And apparently, and of course, you know, this bloke was all right.
Remember
because he
Stalin?
He stood up to Stalin after the war. He stood up to Stalin. But again, imagine if somebody was trying to find the grey in anyone who was part of, you name the different forces that have done horrible things over the years. But, you know, it is this thing where, again, the fact that, you know, the Red Star symbol is a bit of a giggle for a dress-up, but if you wanted to dress up in, you know, a Nazi uniform, then obviously the world would explode, and rightly so. Why is the outrage not there for all of these oppressive military?
Hard to believe. You know, in the 50s and 60s, the Labor Party had people who had two tickets. They were members of the Labor Party and members of the Communist Party of Australia. And I think Graham Richardson on this program has pointed out that Arthur Geitzel, a minister in the Hawke government, ASIO went to brief Prime Minister Hawke that one of your ministers is a member of the Communist Party, and they gave him Veterans Affairs. So, you know, it has happened in the very, very distant past. But this is a contemporary Dan Andrews, minister, having made a speech in Parliament to salute a general of the old Soviet army, you know, an army that just lined them up and shot them, basically.
30 million.
Exterminated people. It's hard to believe. Rita, I've got no answer for this. I've got no answer at all for where this particular lunatic has come from. He looks like he's got a very Greek name. Is he a Greek fellow? He should be saluting Pericles and Aristotle and Plato and all the good Greeks instead of being obsessed with Stalin.
I think he's just your garden variety Anglo-Saxon, isn't he, Paul? That's how I've perceived him.
That's as best as I understand it. But the idea that somebody with a past like that elevates all the way through is part of the problem of the sickness of modern politics and a sickness that exists right now in the Victorian Labor Party. But again, part of the sickness is it's completely unexceptional. It's unexceptional. Nobody wants to talk about this sort of stuff. But again, this is the march that's gone on when someone who would say something as crazy as that is in the mainstream, and people just they think the people who are pointing it out are the nutters.